It's only 11 something, but why does it feel like it's 2 something? We just vibing, we just crazy, baby.
What's up, YouTube? It's Cralisa Victoria. I am back with another video. Okay, so let me scoot back because I would hate to film this video and then I get to the end and realize that I can't see anything. My romper is on backwards, but we're gonna pretend like I didn't just tell y'all that. Like, tag is right there. We're on backwards, okay? But it's pretty much the type of day that I'm feeling a little backwards. So if you guys can see right here, as well as right here, I have Bantu knotted these pieces like 2 hours ago, maybe 3, and they're in the curly state. So I used to, when I had my first set of locks, because I want to give you guys a lock update. When I had my first set of locks, I used to actually Bantu knot my hair. And when I would do it, I would do Bantu knots on each of the hair strands. Guys, I'm currently testing out a different product. You guys know that I don't like to use wax. Rude. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Cralisa Victoria. If you are new to my channel, then thanks so much for tuning in. And if you've already been subscribed, then thank you for tuning in too. But make sure you each go ahead and click the subscribe button. I am filming this video right now just because I need to do my hair, but I need to get closer and show you guys what's up. So this right here is the result of like a 2-hour Bantu knot. I've been stretching it and pulling it, so that's why it's not as coiled. But this one right here, I haven't been doing too much to. But I want you guys to see what the Bantu knot turned out like. So in the past, I would Bantu knot my hair, yes, for the beauty of the style. Like, you know, you get your hair all crinkly and real pretty. I never really was the one who used the roller sets to accomplish that pretty Bantu. I always ended up just, you know, retwisting and Bantu knotting. It just all went together for me. But yes, you can retwist your hair and you can use those very small perm rods to accomplish a Bantu knot look as well. And that is convenient if you are busy or whatever. You know, you might have just washed your hair, you retwist and you roll up and then it comes out. Sometimes the I don't know, the offset to that is it might not come out as you want. But when I take each lock and I twist it in a Bantu knot, then, you know, I know that that lock is going to come out in its own individual Bantu. Obviously, like certain directions, like if I rotate a certain direction while doing a Bantu knot, it's a potential. Ooh wee. Yes, we're starting to lock in the middles on some of these. Some of my locks are starting to merge together too. I'm trying my hardest to not let them do that. Like this one's already pretty much together. I'm gonna break it apart because all that's gonna do is make my roots tighter. That makes any sense? I mean, it's gonna make my roots thicker, and if you know that your hair is about to be growing with thicker roots, then you might not necessarily want to do that, you felt me? So I'm in the middle of trying to get my hair done because I got this little wedding this weekend and my hair needs to be done. But also my other little issue is the fact that I need to clean up. And I know I say this a lot, and I say this in all my videos that I say this a lot, but you guys know I clean up every week, like deep cleans, and sometimes I just have to rearrange things, like, you know, I'm in the middle of reorganizing some things, and it is what it is. I've already made an attempt to clean a couple things already, and I'm just slowly doing what I have to do. Like I said, I'm not one of those people who I cleaned up and push everything under the bed or push everything into the closet. I don't like doing that. So only time I push something over to the side is because I need to get through it, not just push it to get around it. You know what I mean? So this is what my hair is looking like. Obviously, I have my starter locks. If you guys could see, my roots are black. You guys can see, which means that my hair is growing. I think I'm gonna go with the Bantu knot out, just simply because I feel like when I Bantu knot my hair, it holds a lot better to the root. That way when I go to put my hair up in that bun that I'm gonna end up putting my hair up in, at least my roots are, you know what I mean, like nicely wrapped, and then it's, you know what I mean, I can't explain it. If I just do my hair like this, like these two were just on a clip. You see how my hair right here, I'm trying to, camera's about to die, but you guys kind of, I'm trying to show you. You guys see right here, like I just clipped this one, but you see how my roots are not, you know, like my roots are not holding as tight. They're retwisted, obviously you could see that, but in order to keep that tight fit, I'm going to, and I'm going to show you guys this live and in person, how to do a Bantu knot. What I do, I put the gel over here, which I'm going to show you guys what I'm using right now, because I normally don't like to use wax or anything in my hair, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm using. It's the Jamaica, oh God, I'd be combining words. It's the Lock Firm Wax by Jamaican Mango and Lime. Smells wonderful, but this does not, like if you're a person like me who don't like beeswax and you hate beeswax, this is not anything like beeswax. In fact, it will make you think that you're just using a gel. It doesn't feel like wax at all. So I'm going to end up retwisting my entire head today, just because if it doesn't turn out right, I need to know it doesn't turn out right tomorrow over it not turning out right on the next day, if that makes any sense. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to retwist this hair. Like, you want to go in the direction, and my camera's about to die, so hopefully I can get at least one of these in to show you. But you want to retwist your hair and Bantu knot at the same time. So you guys see how I just got that like that? You guys see how tight it is to the root? I'm gonna go in the same direction of the root, and I'm gonna just carry this piece of hair. Now you have to formulate your loop. So that's where sometimes my struggle comes in the beginning. It's formulating my Bantu knot loop. So what I do is I just kind of make a loop, and then you want to make sure the other hair strands don't get into this, like my other strands are trying to get in, because like I said, I don't retwist my hair often, so when I do it about once a month. So my roots are trying to, you know, grow together. They're trying to merge together, and you don't want that. You want to separate them and let them be in their own section, if that makes any sense. So you see I have to keep pulling this lock out because it keeps trying to get a part of what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna keep twisting, keep twisting. I used to put pins back in the day, but I don't think I'm gonna have to, because I think it just does what I need it to do. So this one isn't as, you know, tight as I want the knot to be, but it will do the job. Now I'm gonna do a Bantu knot up here, like closer. I'm gonna do one closer to my edges, like right here. I'm gonna do one right here so you guys can kind of see. And I don't know if I'm gonna start back from the back and go up. That's normally, you know, a good way to do it, but I might have to start from the top and go backwards. That way I can make sure I'm paying attention to the detail of separation, because for this particular Bantu knot, my parameter needs to be on point. Like the parameter of my head needs to be on point, because that's what's gonna be seen. So I'm gonna take, you guys can see, and I'm adding the product here. I was gonna add more product, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm actually gonna just Bantu knot these tonight, and I'm gonna undo them tomorrow. And if my roots look like they still need attention, then I have some backup resources. So I'm just going to, and in the past when I had my first set of locks, they used to be longer than this. So shorter than this. So since they used to be shorter, I feel like the Bantu knot process was a whole lot different. No, they were not only shorter, but they were thicker. So the Bantu knot process was a lot different. And now I'm doing it on smaller locks. We don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how this is gonna end up turning out, because these are not just longer locks, but these are longer starter locks. And I told you guys, when I did the one Bantu knot over here, when I did this one, this was about a few hours ago. So I know that if I Bantu knot my whole head tonight and I undo this tomorrow, it's going to look way better than what it looks like today, like right now. You know, like in 3 hours, doing this overnight is gonna look way better. So I'm gonna Bantu knot this one right back. And I think doing this process also is helping my root. It's just helping my hair to stay together, to stick together, you know, and not undo. So, you know, it could become a little tedious, a little frustrating when you're doing individual. Like some people will group some locks together and they will do this, but because I have starter locks and I need my hair to try to look as neat as possible for this wedding, I'm gonna have to do my Bantu knots individually, even though I'm gonna be frustrated on the length of time it's gonna take me to have to unravel them and to do all of this, and to even do them is gonna take me some time. You guys see that? So you can kind of see there. Now the one downfall, and I don't know if I want to call this a downfall, if I just want to say the one flaw about having colored hair right now is my roots are growing out. And you guys know that I said I'm not going to dye my hair for at least a year, okay? So the next time I dye my hair, if I dye my hair, won't be until July of 2020. So basically the thing about color treated hair is when your hair starts becoming ombre at the roots like mine, there's going to be some blonde strands that are going to be left at the root of the hair. You see that? And it kind of makes it not look as crisp and neat, a retwist, as it would if my whole, you know, like root was just black. You know, like if there were no strands of hair in the root, which that situation will be resolved for me. I need to shave my arms. That'll be resolved for me in about, I would say about 3 more months when my roots grow a little bit more. They say normally your hair grows at a speed of ½ an inch each month. So if you're growing more than ½ an inch, congrats, you're doing something right. And if you're growing right at about ½ an inch, then you are still doing something right because it is doing its normal growth. And that's one thing that I say a lot. I love having colored hair, not only because it's pretty, but also it is a great way to track the growth of your hair. Like if you ever colored your hair and you say, I'm not going to color my hair for a year, and in a year you go to recolor your hair, then you're like, oh my gosh, like if your hair has grown half of your head, then you're like, oh my goodness, look how much my hair has grown. You really can see growth. A lot of people think, oh, my hair's not growing, just because they keep having, you know, they're going to go cut their hair so often, they're getting their split ends cut, and they don't see the growth, so they say my hair is not growing, when the truth is our hair is always growing. It's just, what are we doing? Are we retaining length or are we losing length? You know, so like when people say that, I'm just like, sis, it's my pet peeve. Your hair is growing, sis. It's growing. You just gotta find out, why are you not retaining? And sometimes I know when I had my loose natural hair, the reason I wasn't always seeing my retained length, I would see my hair, you know, oh, it grew or whatever, but the reason I didn't see the retained length as much is because every 3 months I was getting my hair cut. And it's not, now I don't like to call it a trim when you go to the Dominican ladies. I like to call it a cut, because you ask for them to trim your ends, and what do? They end up cutting your hair inches off. So I always call it a cut, not a trim. If you're doing that every 3 months or whatever, you essentially are cutting off the length that you're having. Even though it's good to cut the split ends, you're cutting it so often that you're not seeing the growth. So sometimes it's like, you know, maybe do it every 6 months or once a year. If you take care of your hair, you know, well enough, you shouldn't be having frequently split ends. So, you know, think about that too. Like, do I need to just change my regimen on how often I get my hair cut? That's a thought. And then think about what you're putting in your body. Just like they say, working out is your, people say 90% the kitchen, 10% the gym, or 70% the kitchen, 30% the gym. You know what I mean? Like whatever they say, you got to think about what are you putting in your body. Because just because it's your hair also has a large amount to do with what you're putting in your body. If you're constantly feeding your mind and not only your mind, you're constantly feeding your body with junk, what do you think it's going to result in? clogged pores and everything like that. And you know what? You have pores in your head. You have pores on your face. You don't want that to get clogged, because when you do, there's no glow on the face and there's no grow in the hair. No growth at all. So you have to think about, what am I doing? And that's the one thing I like about doing my own hair, is when I do my own hair, like my locks, when I first got my first set of locks, the very first time, I went to a salon because I wanted them to, like, you know, I wanted them to start the perfect set of locks. I wanted the perfect sizing slash, or good sizing, and I also wanted to make sure my parts were, you know what I mean? Like, it was a completely different process. So now that I've started these locks, I've started these by myself and I maintain them by myself. I'm about to be 2 months in, and I haven't even washed my hair yet. Like, the only thing I do is occasionally I will add some leave-in conditioner, which does have water in the base. So for me, I'm gonna end up Bantu knotting this one with another strand of hair, because that's like it's very thin. So I'm just gonna part this. Jeez, I don't have no comb right here, so I'm gonna use this bobby pin. But yeah, I started these locks, and I like to maintain my own hair because I know what's good for my hair. I know what works for me. I don't want somebody else trying to tell me what works for me when my scalp is my scalp. Like, granted, everybody's not talented to the point where they can do their own hair, maintain their own hair, know what's best for their own hair. I'm not knocking you if that's you and you have to go to a stylist. But if you have that talent, that gift to be able to know what you're talking about and know what you're doing when it comes to your hair, then utilize it. Because the only person who's going to treat your hair as good as it deserves is you. Even when you aren't in the stylist chair and you go back home, guess who has to maintain your hair? You do. So you just have to, you know, just have that mentality of wanting what's best for yourself. You know, so that's just what it is, what it is. So some of these are unraveling. And I'm trying to do them as tight as I can, but the truth is I have starter locks. I don't have mature locks yet. Therefore, I feel like they do what they want to do. Like, these want to come unloose. I'm trying to do them as tight as I can, because when you're doing the Bantu knots, the thing about it is you want that afterlife to look good. You know, you want the aftermath to come out. So your hair might not, you know, you want it to be tight enough and look well enough to where when you take the knot out, your roots are intact, if that makes any sense. And when you are retwisting your hair and then you Bantu knot it in the same direction that you just retwisted it, you want to get that twist tight because you want your roots to come out intact. And like I said, when you have starter locks, it could be more difficult because your roots, everything about your hair is not yet developed. Your ends are still trying to be curly. They're still trying to do their thing. Your roots are still trying to break off and be a part of another set of locks. Like, you know what I mean? So you have to really, really put in the work, especially in the beginning. Now, once your locks mature, if you want to be a little bit more lazy natural, you can be that. But I believe in the beginning, you've got to treat your hair with care. And obviously, you want to keep that routine up. But in the beginning, especially, is the most important. So people say, oh, I can't go 5 months or I can't go 3 months without washing my hair. Okay, but that's them. So, you know, I'm never a person who's trying to compare my journey to somebody else's. I've had locks before for 2.5, almost 3 years. And when I had those locks, I know what was working for me and what wasn't. I have finer hair. So starting my lock journey over, like now, I'm not going to wash my hair and risk washing out my locks because I've put 2 months of hard work into this journey, and the last thing that I'm going to do is let them unravel before my eyes. So what am I doing? I'm not washing my hair at least for 3 months. I would like to go at least 5 to 6 months no wash. And people think, oh, that's disgusting, or how are you managing that? Well, like I told you guys before, sometimes I put leave-in conditioner in my hair that's pretty water-based. So when my hair does get that leave-in conditioner placed in it, it's not only getting the leave-in conditioner placed in it, but it's also getting water, because there's water in the conditioner. So you have to think about like what's gonna work for you, what's best for you. You can't think what's best for me, because it's not gonna be the same. And you know, you guys see me separating, it's because I have not retwisted my hair in a month. So you want to separate each individual lock where it belongs. You don't want it to grow into another lock. Like these two, because they're thin, I'm gonna Bantu knot them together. I'm just gonna twist. And some of them might, if they start unraveling like that on you again, because my front is short. If you guys watch my video when I did my big chop in the front of my hair again, because my leave outs to my weave was damaging the front of my hair. You guys saw I cut it on camera. That's why the front of my hair is as short as it is, because it's still recovering and growing. But I know that the front is still healthy even though it's shorter. So you guys can see, I got my Bantu knots. You know, like I got them. So obviously tomorrow I'm gonna end up undoing them. Like this one is not as tight, so I'm gonna do it again. But my front, I'm not too concerned about. Like really, I'm just doing this first process to organize all my locks and to separate the hair strands that are going into the other locks. That's the reason that I'm doing this whole process. But once I get the Bantu knots out tomorrow, I'm gonna Bantu knot my whole parameter again, because I need it to be on point. But you guys can kind of see, like I'm Bantu knotting individuals. And I have a good amount of locks, so I have a good amount of time left. As we get further to the back, you guys can see it's longer. My backs are longer. So when I'm doing this, I'm hitting the roots with the product. I'm twisting the root. I don't use a comb when I do this either. I don't want to unravel my locks with a rat tooth or anything. So now that I've done that, I'm just gonna twist this one. And like I said, you kind of want to get your hand in the way to create the loop. And then you want to get the lock through. Like my hands are slippery, so this is really. And then, like I said, I might have to do 2 locks. I might have to do 2 locks per Bantu knot, because one problem that I'm starting to notice I'm running into with the starter locks is because maybe it's because they're still in starter stage and they haven't developed their buds yet all the way through. They're not thick. Because my hair is thinner, I might have to do at least 2 per Bantu knot, twist it up, you know what I mean, like twist it, and then Bantu knot. I think I'm gonna have to do 2 per knot, because the last thing you want is for it not to come out right because it's too thin. So yeah, I'm finding that it's holding to my roots tighter when I do 2. I know my camera's about to die, but I'm gonna try to do 2 on this side before the camera dies, and hopefully you guys can see me do 2 and Bantu knot it. I'm sure there's a woman who's gonna watch my video, or someone who's gonna watch it, maybe even a gentleman, a guy, who's gonna want to Bantu knot their hair, and they're gonna need somebody to show them what to do. Maybe they've never done it before, or maybe they just are unsuccessful. So that's why I'm trying to get one on camera for you guys to see. I know I'm a little chatty, but I think I'm always chatting in my videos, especially too, I like to be very detailed and informative on what I'm doing. And then there's other times where I'm like less talking and, you know, more showing or doing. But I just kind of wanted to chit chat with you guys and let you know about my hair. So basically today is the 29th. So I have had my locks. I'm 2 days shy of, well, 2 days shy of having my locks for 2 months. So I'm excited. September 1st would be 2 months that I've had my locks. So you guys see how I'm doing this? I'm talking, but I'm showing you. So I'm twisting the 2 locks together. I've already retwisted the roots. And now I'm gonna take this, once I twist it all the way through, and that twist is actually giving me a thicker base. And I'm just gonna wrap these around the roots. And then like when you do this, I encourage you guys, when you do your Bantu knots and stuff like that, go wash your face afterwards and your hands, because this is a lot of product and the last thing you need is a breakout behind trying to make your hair look good. So you just want to wrap the roots around. I mean the ends around the roots. And like I said, this isn't going to be super perfect because I do have starter locks and they're not as mature. But you guys can kind of see this one right here. See how I did that? They look like little beehives. So again, like I told you guys, my camera might die. But while we can see, and I'm not spraying water at my roots. I used to do that in the past and I'm going to do that once my locks are like all the way formed. But because I still have some growth and I need to lock all the way through, my roots have been doing really good sticking together, other than when I have to break some apart. But you guys see, I'm just going to retwist at the roots. You guys can kind of see that. I'm not going to add water because like I told you guys, I went to the beach and my front of my hair got wet and a little bit of the back of my hair, and my locks began to unravel, and I just don't have time for that. So right now I need to just focus on, if I'm not putting leave-in conditioner in my hair at my roots, then I'm only focused on, you know, putting product. So I'm gonna twist these 2 together. When I find that when I twist the 2 together, you see it strengthens the root. And I'm doing this all in the same direction. So I'm twisting my hair together at the roots, but I'm also going to come through and I'm gonna start a Bantu knot. I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to products and stuff like that, I hate getting messy with them. So like, I try my hardest to like, you know, get the style to be perfected. But when it comes to like doing products with locks, I've always been like, I hate the product feel. I hate the application process of feeling the product. Now when it comes out as a result of the product that is finished, I'm like, it looks good. But doing it, what? All of my feelings and frustrated. So that's what I'm gonna do now that I've figured out what's gonna work best for my hair. It looks like I need to Bantu knot 2 at a time, just because the locks are not all the way formed. So not all of them are, you know what I mean? Now obviously, and I just undid a Bantu knot, and hopefully, even though it hasn't been sitting that long, it's been sitting what? I did that right when we started, so it's been sitting for about 30 minutes almost, and look, it's already curly and the roots already looking decent. It doesn't look perfect, but it looks decent. And that root looks that way as a result of the Bantu knot. So when I used to do retwists, that's why I did them, because not only did it make my roots look better, but it also gave me curls. And I do like, when you do a successful Bantu knot and your hair goes curly, bruh, it's fire. It's super fire. So, like I said, I gotta do this really well. I have got to twist tight very well, and like I said, afterwards I will wash my hands and my face and all of that. But I'm probably gonna put on a TV show or something, or some music, because when I'm doing this, I don't need the mirror when I'm doing it, but because I'm separating hair strands and stuff and I'm trying to get this to be as perfect as I can, I'm going to end up needing to look in the mirror. So I might listen to some music, or maybe I'll turn on a show and just watch from this mirror here. But you guys see, look at those roots. Can you see the roots? You guys see how I have twisted them so good? So now I'm going to Bantu knot. And as much as like I told you guys, I don't like to be affiliated with this product because it's just messy. I'm gonna have to get messy because I need this to come out right, and this is very time consuming. So the last thing you want to do is have to do it twice. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna sleep in my Bantu knot tonight. I'm gonna take them down tomorrow. I'm gonna see what my roots are looking like. If I want to tighten up my roots, I'm gonna do the same Bantu knot process over again. But when I do it, I may add like a heavier product or something. But more than likely, if it turns out right, I'm gonna add a heavier product to my root. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up retwisting and adding clips. So since it's already essentially retwisted, I will just, retwist maybe 3 or 4 of them, clip them together, blow dry them, just so I can get more defined roots. And then I'm gonna style my hair in an upward bun motion. And then the next day when the wedding takes place, then my hair will already be done tomorrow. So tomorrow I need it to be at least decent. And then we can go from there. This is what my hair looks like. I'm so tanned. That beach, that sun. Our sun has really been giving me life. I'll be getting my little summer tans. I'll be a whole different complexion. Sis can't tell me nothing. People be thinking I've been on a serious vacation. Like, yes, I have. Just living my life, boo. Just living my life to the fullest. So yeah, I'm gonna end up doing this whole process. I know this video is gonna be long, but if you guys have time, great. If you don't, you can skip to the back because I'm not gonna finish my entire head on this vlog. I'm probably gonna come back with part 2 maybe tomorrow as a result of my Bantu knot out. I probably add a little. Yeah, I'm probably gonna add a video tomorrow. That's just gonna show you guys what my final outcome was, because I definitely want to get this one up today. So if there's anybody who's looking to figure out how do I Bantu knot, how do you go about it? So basically, in summary, because I'm gonna end the video right now. If I had to explain to you guys how to successfully Bantu knot, I would explain it as, I'm sorry, my boobs are all out. Rompers on backwards again for the umpteenth time. So you guys kind of see my front. I'm gonna have to go back and end up doubling these up, but I'm not gonna do them. I might do them tonight, but if I don't, I'm just gonna leave them. My sides, these look, decent. They don't look perfect, but the real goal to me Bantu knotting my hair tonight is not for perfection. If it becomes, it comes out really good, great. But obviously I'm gonna do my best while doing it, but it's to separate my strands of hair and also get that retwist flow going. So you guys see I've already, the front that looks black retwist, that's because yesterday I was testing out this product on a few of them, so it's already kind of gathered my roots. And then when you look back here, you see that it's like a mess. So I'm gonna end up finishing this, Bantu knotting everything up. Still got this much hair left. So I'm gonna Bantu knot everything up. I think, yeah, once I Bantu knot everything up, oh my goodness, I got a good amount of time to go. If you guys want to see how long my hair is too, obviously it shrinks. It has shrinkage and everything like that, and we all know that. But if you guys just want to see like where my hair is, if it wasn't in shrinkage right now, it's right about here. And this is kind of like my back front in a way, like kind of lower back, lower bottom, front. But some of my hair strands in the back, they reach way longer than that. But I'm just showing you guys, some of these are like, but when it comes to locks, it doesn't matter about shrinkage of natural hair, like loose natural hair anymore, because it's locked. So you gotta just leave it how it is. And this is what my hair looks like here. You guys see these? Like they just shrink back up, but if you had to see what my hair length looked like, I would say, you guys see? So like, even though you're in your starter lock phase, your hair's still growing. You know, it's not an ugly stage. So don't ever say, oh, I'm in my ugly stage. No, you're in the middle of the process. No matter what, you still look beautiful. You have to trust the process. You have to embrace the process, because if you are not good with you when you look your worst, how do you expect somebody else to be good with you? So being confident, being beautiful, being happy, being secure within yourself is being able to accept yourself at every stage, every state possible. If I had a bald head right now, am I going to be insecure, or am I going to rock that bald head? That right there is the crux of beauty, the crux of security, the crux of being okay with you. You cannot let people judge you or determine how you should look or how you should be. It starts with you. If you look the prettiest and your confidence is up here, but the minute we say, oh sis, we gotta shave your hair off because of blah, 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 are you gonna be like, no, I don't want my hair shaved, but I'm about to rock that bald head? Because how you reply, how you respond, how you feel really goes back to your security. Don't look to somebody else to validate you. Validate yourself. Secure yourself. Be happy with yourself. And that automatically makes everyone else be happy with you. And when they're not happy, they'll get with the program. And if they never get through the program, it's okay, because you're secure within yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'm going to get back to my Bantu knot, but you guys see what that life looking like. And get my little ponytail holder. I'm sitting here acting like... But yeah, like, I'm going to be on top of myself tonight, because I cannot slack with this. I need to make sure I put those Bantu knots all in my head. And then, like I said, like you guys can see over here how the roots are. So when I apply the product to the root, I'm about to end the video. I just want to show you guys again. When I apply the product to the root, you guys see how it's like, it's trying to get its life. And like, look how my roots are starting to stay together, because they're probably going to start fully budding right here. But you guys see that? Like, I'm a proud mother right now, because my babies are acting right. My babies are acting right in my hair. So yeah, when you're doing this too, you want to find the locks that you know were two but are now one, because they're merging together. I've had that. So you know, when I first started my locks, I think I told you, I don't know if I had an exact number, because I just don't remember having the exact number, but I was telling you guys that some of them would merge together, some of them would be. So what's gonna happen is, I might not count them during starter lock stage, but when I feel like they're either locked in the middle, or I have a definite, you know, set of locks, and I don't have to combine any or anything like that, then I'll holler at you about the number. I know some people are not that big on how many locks people have. They just think all locks are beautiful, which is true. Locks are beautiful. But at the same time, some of you want to know how many locks someone has, because you want to get closer to an idea of what you would look like with that amount. But also, it's okay to think like that, but don't think too heavily like that, because you have to realize that everybody's hair and everybody's hair density and all of those things that come along with having locks is different. So the last thing that you want is to sit here and think, oh, if I get 106 locks or 140 locks, my locks are gonna look exactly like that YouTube girl who had the same amount of locks. No, you're gonna be disappointed, because her hair, my hair, your hair, we have different densities, different, you know, situations that come along with our hair. You might have less strands of hair than I do. Therefore, you do 106 locks and it look like your locks are malnourished. I do 106 locks or 120 locks and my hair looks like they're thriving. I could have gone smaller. So you have to think like that. Like, it's okay to kind of get a generalization and idea, or maybe like somebody else's, but you also have to factor that. So, like I said, I definitely have over 100 locks. I know that for sure. See, like these locks are all back here. They're all trying to stick together. I'm gonna retwist these ones back here so I can combine the hair. Yeah, they're all trying to, like, especially the back on the nape, they're all trying to like combine. So you gotta kind of separate them and twist. This is a long video, but like I said, and I'm just trying to be real strategic doing this right now. Like, once I get off camera, I'm probably not, it's not gonna take me very, very long to do what I'm trying to do. I just felt like I wanted to show you guys what was going on. And then because they are my hair are starter locks, it is a little bit more time consuming because I not only have to break locks apart so they don't grow together, but I also have to try to do my best on retwisting them just because they're not mature. So I'm gonna end the vlog right here like I was trying to do before, talking too much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. I want to show you guys again. This is the locking firm wax from Jamaica Mango. Why do I keep saying Jamaica? It's like I'm trying to say Jamaican and mango. Jamaican, mango, and lime. This is it. You guys see? Then you can kind of see my hair. But this is it. And I also use the Murray's. So you got a couple options. The Murray's is really water-based. This one, it also has like water in it, but Blue Mountain honey fragrance, petroleum. Well, I don't really see the water ingredients, so scratch that. But in my Murray's, the first ingredient is water, and normally the first ingredient is the one that has the most in the product, and that's definitely true in Murray's. It's like water-based. This one, it's not a heavy product, but you could tell that it does the job. It does what it's supposed to do. It's considered wax, not gel, which made me hesitant, but it's nothing like beeswax or anything like that. Nothing like it. It smells good. It goes on well. It applies well, but jeez, hair strands are coming apart. But yeah, it applies well, and I think you guys are going to thoroughly enjoy it. So try it out. I'm not sponsored by any of the products in this video that I talk about, or you know, but when I find something that's either good or that it works, I like to recommend it, just because some people might be wanting an honest opinion of somebody who's not sponsored. And there you have it. When I used to do my locks in the past, I used to just stick with Murray, water, and like a leave-in conditioner or washing my hair and stuff like that. So I didn't really veer off. I did do some Jamaican mango products in the past, but yeah, there's a few product lines that I knew worked for my hair. So I hope I was of assistance to you guys. I know it was a very chatty video, but I hope that you guys were able to learn something. And if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comment section below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'll see all of you beautiful people in my next video.
It's only 11 something.